Change can't happen in the dark. Hello, I'm Dr. Keshia, and I am here to help you grow through the dry places. In this world, we have a lot of trials, a lot of difficulties that come about, and sometimes we can feel very overwhelmed by the things that are going on in our lives. It can feel like we are in the darkness. It can feel like we just really literally cannot see our way through anything that is going on, anything that we're doing. And in that space, we feel isolated. We feel alone. We feel like we have been rejected by the world. Like no one sees us. No one knows what we are experiencing or what we are going through. And this is the time where we feel stuck. We can feel stuck. We can feel frustrated. We can feel upset. We can feel a lack of encouragement, a lack of enthusiasm, a lack of thirst and quench and zeal for life, for what life has to offer, for what life can bring to us, for what we can be, who we can be, how we can show up in this world. We begin to doubt. There's that fear, there's that uncertainty, there's that unknowing. But in the darkness, this is not a great place, not a conducive place for us to be able to grow. We cannot grow in the darkness because it takes a lot of stretching, a lot of pressing, a lot of pulling in order for us to be able to go, be able to move, be able to do the things that we need to do when we are in the dark. Even when it comes to our sight, our retinas to enlarge in order for our sight to readjust to where we are. Because when we are in the light, we can see the obstacles that come our way. We can see what is present in the room. We can see how to navigate in a lot of ways. But when that darkness comes, our eyes have to readjust. And that readjustment means that there are some recalibration taking place, and it becomes difficult for us to be able to actually know what it is around us, what is going on, what we are seeing. We might walk around. Have you ever walked around in the dark and stubbed your toe on the corner of your bed because you did not necessarily sense that your bed was so close to you as you were walking through because you could not see completely in the darkness? You had to be able to understand and navigate from what your memory really told you in some ways, but also the little shadow figures that you probably see in the darkness. And in that does not give you clear sight of what you're doing. It does not help you to gain perspective. It does not help you to be in a space where you need to be so that you can live fully and so that you can accurately dodge and avoid some of the pitfalls that come. Because a lot of times there are a lot of pitfalls that come in life. We cannot control those pitfalls all the time. Because we are not able to see them, because we are in the dark in a lot of ways in those situations, we cannot see what lies ahead or see how we can make those necessary resets or refocus our perspective and what's going on. We continue to move, but the more you continue to move in the darkness, the more sometimes that fear can set in, and the more you can just want to stand still. Because I don't know about you, but after I've stubbed my toe, I don't want to move at all because I'm trying to tend to the pain. And that is what happens in the darkness. Sometimes we get hit by things that we cannot see, and it creates pain. It creates a sense of unnerving, a sense of uneasiness, and we are trying to tend to that pain in the darkness. And in that darkness, it becomes well, what am I going to do now? Because I am feeling so much stress, so much pain, so much frustration in these moments. How am I going to change and go about my day doing things differently in these situations in life? What am I going to do differently so that I can get myself in a space where I am transitioning from this dark space, from this feeling of isolation? Because that becomes what depression is all about. Depression is designed to make us feel isolated, designed to make us feel like we are not loved, we are not cared for, no one is thinking about us, no one is checking on us, no one sees us. When in reality, that is not necessarily the case, because there can be people who are checking on us, but are we answering the phone? Chances are we're not. Are we returning that text? Chances are we're not, because we don't feel that connectedness. We feel disconnected. We feel like we are secluded in our own little space, and people do not see us even when they're trying to reach out to us. We don't feel the motivation to be able to reciprocate. We don't feel the motivation to be able to return that text and say, I'm just not having a great day today, but tomorrow might be better, so let me try to check in with you tomorrow. Or if I don't check in with you, check in with me, because I need that accountability piece to be able to say somebody is trying to help to keep me on track, help me to be my best self, help me to do what I need to do when I need to do it. Because that is what becomes important. It becomes important that we can speak up, that we can truly say what is happening, what is going on, how we are feeling, the space that we find ourselves in those moments. Because in that, we are waving our hands and we are saying, hey, it's me over here, and I am feeling frustrated. I am feeling neglected. I am feeling isolated, but I don't want to feel isolated. I don't want to be in the dark. But you have to be able to speak that and acknowledge that, so that someone else can come along and be your support. Because we cannot live in isolation. If you lived on an island, on a deserted island, and it was just you, that would be a lonely set and state of circumstances, because you are not able to be in that place where you feel that nurturing, where you feel the flow of that love and that connectedness that we all need in this world. Because even when babies are born, they are swaddled and they are wrapped up really snugly so that they can feel that warmth, that they can feel that love and that connectedness. Babies are placed on their mother's chest just so that they can feel that warmth, feel the heartbeat, feel that connectedness. We need that connection. If you were to leave that child to its own devices in its crib and not engage with that child, not nurture that child, not love that child becomes very, very timid, very, very uneasy, very, very unstable, because it does not understand what connectedness, what love, what compassion, what care is all about. It does not feel that sense of bonding. And when we are in isolation, we cannot bond. We cannot bond to anyone. Now, in that isolation, if we are identifying that I am stuck in this space, and we acknowledge that, okay, this is where I can't do it on my own. This is where I also know that I need God to come in and intervene. I need to be able to also communicate with God and let God know where I am, how I'm feeling, how I need Him to help, how I need Him to show the love that I feel like I am lacking, how I need Him to show me myself, show me why it is that I am experiencing what I'm experiencing, show me what it is that seems to be the stumbling block that is preventing me from standing up, that is preventing me from showing up, that is preventing me from connecting with other people. Because we have to be in the mode where we are allowing God to do those things, allowing Him to breathe on us. When we don't have the capacity or the energy to do anything for ourselves that is going to be productive, we have to accept His love, His care, His strength. And we have to let Him shift shoulders with us so that we release that weight off of us and we give that to Him so that He can carry it, so that He can handle it, because He is the one who cares for us, and He wants us to cast our cares on Him because He absolutely cares for us. But the key component is, once we cast those off, once we shift shoulders and release that weight, we have to allow Him to hold it, allow Him to deal with it, allow Him to handle it, and in there create a sense of refreshing for ourselves, where we are identifying what light is for us, what light looks like, what light embodies, how we will carry this light, how we will show ourselves that compassion, so that even in these dark moments, we do not feel altogether consumed and taken over like a wave is just coming and wiping us out, so that we continue to know that even in this, it's the greater is he that's in us than he that's in the world. It's no matter the darkness that I see, no matter the frustration that I feel, no matter the situation that seems all out of control, I know that he is great. And I know that I can accomplish these things, but I must speak it. I must say, this is what I need. I must communicate and have that talk with God. I must communicate and have that talk with other people so that they know exactly what's going on. Those trusted people, not everybody can hold space for you. It's knowing who those trusted people are, but being able to connect with them, being able to reach out to them so that they can help you and support you in the spaces and the places that you need, because the darkness can be consuming. The darkness can be overwhelming. The darkness can take you out and make you feel rigid and make you feel alone. But you are not alone. It's knowing that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. It's knowing that you are created and designed for a purpose, and that purpose is to permeate this darkness and be light. It is to show up. It is to do all the things that are necessary so that you can live in purpose. And that darkness does not see your purpose. That darkness does not allow you to see your purpose. Even when your retinas are trying to adjust to get back into the I can see their shape so I can make out what's happening in here, there are still spaces where you don't see your purpose. You don't see even why sometimes you are on this earth anymore. But those difficult times, it is where you have to rest. It is where you have to remind yourself of when the darkness was not so heavy and when I could see my way through a little better. These are the things I remember that I am thankful for. These are the things that I remember that I am grateful for. These are the things that I remember that I am purposed and designed to do. And so I will continue to move in that space, continue to be who I need to be and do what I need to do, because all is not lost. And in this moment, I will keep moving forward. And in these dark spaces, sometimes that connectivity and that communion is important. And this is where, even for me, I am in a space where I am offering 8-week groups for women to be able to connect, to be able to identify some of the stumbling blocks that they might be having, to help them work through. And this is where I have created Interrupt Your Life. And Interrupt Your Life is about being able to reframe and reshape from the inside out, because change begins on the inside and we have to build within that. These 8-week groups will be starting July 15th of this year, 2024. And so I want you to be able to go and register, go and get connected, because I know that you are not alone, but you might not know that you are not alone. And in these groups, we will be connecting, we will be working on identifying how we remain accountable, how we establish routines for ourselves so that we can keep moving forward. So definitely be sure to join us, because I want to share and I want to journey with you. And we can do this if we try, if we move, if we keep moving forward and doing things that we need to be in these spaces, in these places, because it is necessary that we permeate the light, that we not get stuck in the darkness, because change does not take place in the darkness. Change takes place and happens in the light. Even the flowers in the sun, they have to connect. There has to be that light that shines, that gives it that nourishment that it needs, in addition to that water and that fertilizer and all of those things. There has to be the light. And you have to show up. You have to identify what your light is. You have to see the light even when you're not in the light. And I want you to be able to know that you can grow through what you go through as you keep moving forward. And so if by chance any of this struck you and you said, well, this was a good one, because I absolutely don't want to keep living in the darkness. I want to be a light. Definitely share your light. Share this particular channel. Share this video with somebody else. Go and like and share and follow on YouTube and all platforms. Make sure that we stay connected, because we want to make sure that you are encouraged. Want to make sure that you know that you can keep moving forward and grow in the dry places. Have a great day. I'll see you next time.